Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode today. We're going to be reviewing Knights of X number 2. Alright, now before we get dived right into the issue, I do want to let you guys know about my 200 subscriber giveaway. Now, when we hit 200 subscribers, we're going to be giving this book away. It's the Joker number 1, Mark Brooks variant cover. And yeah, all you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel, and that's going to enter you to win. And whoever wins the book is not only going to get a really cool cover, they're also going to get a comic book community award sticker, which is, yeah, that's kind of like the Oscars for YouTube personalities like myself. And a comic book channel that's much bigger than me is going to win that, but I'm trying to help support them. And you guys should check that out on Brian LCS's channel. Yeah, let's get dived right on into Knights of X number 2. All right. Now, there's a couple things we always go over before we get completely dived into the issue. First, I do want to let you guys know that we're going to be going heavy into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled for Knights of X number 2, that's your warning. All right, the next thing that we always do is shout out the creative team on the book, because without a creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right, guys? So here we are. The writer is Teeny Howard. The artist is Bob Quinn. The colors are done by Eric Arciniega. The letters are done by VC's Ariana Maher. All right. And there is a foreword here, and we'll go ahead and read that before we get into the issue. Now, the foreword goes like this. The Lunatic Citadel, formerly the Starlight Citadel, is under the control of the mutant-hating despot Merlin and his right-hand man, King Arthur. Hell-bent on wiping out the witch breed, he has sent the Furies hunting mutants and all who harbor them. Betsy Braddock and her Captain Britain corpse need help to keep Merlin's forces at bay. But the gates to Krakoa are closed. Desperate for reinforcements, Captain Britain went to Roma Regina for a way to bring allies to Otherworld. What she got was a mysterious quest to obtain the Holy Grail of mutant kind and temporary passage to Krakoa to recruit a round table of 9 mutant knights, including the resurrected Mordred, son of Arthur. With Mordred's addition, Roma's magic revealed the nature of the quest to find the Siege Perilous, a mystical gem that has saved mutant kind many times before. The Siege is an object of transformation, with the power to grant someone a new life, and no one wants it more than King Arthur, a bitter man robbed of his son and kingdom. And we start with the Lunatic Citadel in Otherworld, and Merlin is speaking to his court, and he says, "We had the witch breed on the ropes, you pathetic fools. Captain Britain was in hiding, reduced to scraping by and soothing her failure with rescue missions. Soon enough we would have killed her, and the Lady Saturnine would be my prisoner, personally emptying the contents of my chamber pot at my beck and call. But now Braddock has brought more mutants. I blame you, leaders of the provinces, falling to clean your own streets of witch breed. I can hardly trust you. 2 of your number are even mutants yourselves. That mysterious Mr. M seals his province and then refuses to bend the knee before the omniversal magister. Who knows what he could be building in there? Anything to say on behalf of your leader, No, then. The legendary Merlin restores order to Otherworld, and your witch breed leader cannot thank me for my mercy with a visit? You there, Jim Jaspers, your witch breed, perhaps you should answer for the other one." Jim says, "Merlin, you old coffin dodger, are you having a laugh? Mercator's a loon. I don't know what he's up to." Merlin says, "Fury seize him." What I need can't be bought. Too risky to have you or Mercator in my council. Take him away. Find a use for him. And Jim says he's been dragged away. The cuffs. The bastards. This is Blight's will. And, taking away my powers is a way to make us witch breed real cross. You'll regret this. Because the guards came in and put like a contamination neck thing on there so he couldn't use his mutant powers. And he says Krakoa won't stand for it. And so back in Krakoa, we see Professor Xavier and the Quiet Council, and there's something appears before the Quiet Council and says, "This is the Siege Perilous, a sacred crystal portal given to us by Roma, Merlin's daughter. When I led the X-Men, it was the last resort that saved our lives when we needed escape, and within its facets lie every version of ourselves. It is our holy grail, Charles, but it is only part of why we're here. Otherworld is hell for our kind. Once again, it's good to hear from you, Captain Britain," says Professor Xavier. "Our hearts are with the mutants trapped there with you, and news of the Siege Perilous is welcome if not unexpected." Mr. Sinister says, "What about Mordred? I heard you made a little inconclusive genetic soup in Arbor Magna. How'd that turn out? Did you get a kindler, gentler Mordred?" And Jubilee jumps in and says, "Betsy, where's Shogo? Is he safe? Can I see him?" And the Siege Perilous says, "He's safe and happy, Jubilee. I'm so sorry. I didn't know the quest would bring you through." And Jubilee's crying and says, "That's okay. I don't care. So long as he's okay. You gotta watch him, Betsy. If something happens to him..." And the Siege Perilous says, "I won't let it. We're taking him to Roma for help, but I don't have much time." Actually, that's Betsy through a portal, and she says, "I don't know how long we can maintain this. It wasn't until Rachel arrived that the corpse and I could create a circuit powerful enough to send a message home at all." And Rachel says, that's not hard." And Betsy says, "You're exhausted. We're stopping." And Rachel says, "I'm fine." And so Betsy says, "Mordred found us to answer your question, Essex. And if we can sit at a table with snakes like you, I think we can trust him. He is one of us, a mutant and a knight. With any luck, Siege Perilous will take all of us home. And Krakoa will be Mordred's home, too." Mr. Sinister replies, "Well, bring me back some of his blood. Or something if he dies there. Hair's fine, too." Professor Xavier says, "Meeting adjourned, Essex. But let us not forget to hold our knights in our hearts while they are far away." And the three Betsy and Betsy and Rachel Summers are sitting there, and they're like, "That was exhausting. You are such a pain, Betsy Braddock, I swear." And Betsy says, "I thought you were fine." And the dragon shows up outside the window, and it says, "Hello, Shogo. Good news. We spoke to Mummy, and you'll be seeing Lady Roma very soon." "You playing tricks on my mind? Shall I play with yours?" And there's like these two guys fighting in the square. He says, "Beast, you dare? Oh, for heaven's sake, boys, settle down." And the one guy says, "No, I have tricks of the mind, I swear it." And So it's like the new guy from the last. I don't know his name. He kind of looks like a Egyptian Wolverine, maybe with swords. And yeah, here. Yeah, I'll show you when there's a better panel. Um, and so Gambit shows up, and he's like, "Gambit's yo man. I even got a special delivery from my friends inside." And so they're about to break into the crooked market, and the coast, making sure the coast is clear, and they walk into this old lady, and they're like, Miss Geraldine said you were gonna take us to the tavern where the undesirables are, and you're not trying to trick us, are you? And she says no, and he gives her like a Pop Tart. It looks like it's kind of funny, and says, Here's a treat for telling the truth, or being nice." Gambit has like a bag full of candy and all kinds of stuff, and he goes inside the bar and just drops it on the table, and it gets everybody's attention. And this this elf girl, comes walking up and is like, "You done talking to Gambit?" And says, "You done quite a bit for these people. Did you pack your coat with snacks before the ritual?" Gambit says, "I didn't expect it to be this bad. I thought Gambit would be selling them, but they need my sweet charity." And she says, "If Rogue were here, she'd tell you what a good man you are. So I will tell you." And he says, "Thank you, Megan. I miss her." She says, "She misses you too. I just know it." And so they're kind of hanging out at the tavern and talking about Merlin and what's going on. And Merlin's out to get him, and what's their plan gonna be? They haven't come up with a plan yet, but they know they gotta take Roma, the dragon, uh, to this girl. So that's kind of what they intend to do. And then at Blight Spoke, we have Shatterstar and Betsy, and it's the Black Knight. Yeah, that's it. That's who that is. Betsy, Black Knight. They're all jumping down, and they're like, "Rachel, we're in Blight Spoke. The sheriff is missing. We thought she might have betrayed us, but it seems like there's been a coup." And Rachel Summers says, "Be careful and keep me posted." And Betsy says, "Will do. And I'll keep my eyes open for the Siege Perilous. I don't even know where to bloody look." And so that this is like their plan is to just break in, I guess. Um, and so they're attempting to break in to the compound where they think the Siege Perilous is located. And the guy here, he goes, "There's a whole quarry, and it's it's hard to see. I believe that. Oh, that I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. She's carrying him. He's kind of got some powers, some mutant power, and she's carrying him like down in here, and he's like, "It's not a problem, Shatterstar, and I can bring this whole place down." And she says, "I know you're going to do something reckless. In fact, I'm counting on it." And she drops him in where Shatterstar is, and he goes, "Star, come on." And Shatterstar says, "Not when I'm having such fun. Please, Julio." Oh, is it really? He's just got a weird outfit right there. I didn't recognize him because of the outfit. I'm sorry. He kind of changed into this more stylish outfit for the times. And the Black Knight says, "Sir Shatterstar, I am brave, but I fear we'll be overwhelmed." And Julio says, "Star, come on, no more playing." Shatterstar says, "Ha ha ha, I'm fine and alive, in the thrill of combat." Black Knight says, Sir Richter, I would like your help. And he's kind of falling off the cliff, and there's all these like black zombie creatures that are chasing him that they're trying to get away from. And then so Betsy Braddock is has gotten to the jail where a bunch of other mutants that they haven't introduced yet until here. Uh, they they are yeah, broken out, and says, I knew the Vescora wouldn't leave us alone for long. They ain't exactly good hosts, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they didn't have us hanging up there as bait for y'all, says the lady who they were saving. And Betsy Braddock says, that won't stop me from doing my job, Sheriff. Take my hand. As the lady grabs for her hand, she says, I know you ain't famous for listening to people, but I need you to listen to me now, Braddock. The Vescora are a big old hive mind, and if one of them knows something, they all know it. But they don't know the Blight spoke like my posse and I do, and I want to protect my broken home. And she says, hold it right there. I need these Vescor off my hide, but I need them to see us first. And Braddock says, don't be ridiculous, Whitechapel. I can fly us out. Okay, so her name's Whitechapel. And Whitechapel says, don't you dare. And she says, I know what I'm talking about. Let me go. Let him see me fall. I want him to think I'm dead. And so she lets go of her hand and falls to her probably not demise. Like, I think she thinks she's going to be okay. And so Betsy's flying back up to her team, Shatterstar, Julio, and the Black Knight, and says the sheriff wouldn't let us rescue her. But if you believe her enthusiasm, we'll be seeing her again soon enough. She's a mad woman. Rachel, you there? If you can hear me, I need to seek out our other allies. It might be the only way to find the siege perilist. It's time to confront death. And she says, what? And then so here's Gambit and Firestorm that are fighting one of these giant sentinels, and Gambit says, how's the others? You lose contact? And Firestar says, she said something about death. Gambit says, well, we seem to be surrounded by it, mon ami. Oh, my bad, that's Rachel Summers, but she has weird fire hair now. I don't know. They even don't know, like, as soon as she got transported to this realm in the first issue, she had fire hair, and everyone was like, what's up with your hair? She says, Rachel Summers says, I don't think we're getting backup from Betsy and the other knights. I wish the Captain Britain Corps didn't have to spend their time waiting on Saturn IX. Locking on, detect witch breed anomaly, says the giant sentinel. Detecting. And they're just like chasing him down. Affirmative, approaching. And he comes around the corner, and there's a bunch of the other team, like the other part of the team that was split up, and so they start attacking him. Take him down, and Gambit comes in with his stick and just cracks on him. Then throws some cards, and yeah, it's just a whole bunch of actions taking place. And Gambit says they ain't ready for a little Gambit's mutant justice. And yeah, I know. And then it says elsewhere, there's like some vampire looking guys watching over the group, and they've made it to the Savalathi border. And she says she feels quite certain that the blood drinkers know we're here. And that's the reveal panel of these vampires. So I guess we are going to be up against some vampires in the next issue. Yeah, I don't know. Knights of X is it's not like the best read of the week. That's not what I wouldn't say that. I have fun with it. It's just kind of um, it's off in its own world, but it's using mutants and kind of twisting it with a little bit of Arthurian legend, and I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Um, I think the fact that Gambit's on the team and yeah, and the artwork has just always been really good. Yeah, Quinn's artwork is a pleasure. So that's what I have. I don't have too much to say. If you guys, you know what I'm saying, it's like I said before. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If it sounds like something you're interested in, then yeah, check it out. It's different. That's like an example of some more example of what the interior art looks like. Artist is very talented. We're using some X-Men characters and kind of like making up a new story mixed with Arthurian legend. So it's definitely an Elseworld style tale, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. Jacob Comics gives Knights of X number 2 a thumbs up. All right, guys. Remember, if you like this kind of content and you watch this far into the video, hey, like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel for your chance to win the Joker number 1. When we hit 200 subscribers, we'll be raffling off the book, and I'll post a video notifying the winner. And yeah, if you guys want to help support the channel, click the link below and shop on my eBay store. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day.